Have you ever noticed something strange? The people who improve the most over time rarely live dramatic lives. They're not constantly chasing motivation. They're not waiting for inspiration. And they don't look especially extraordinary from the outside. Their days often look ordinary. They wake up, they follow simple routines, they repeat small actions again and again. And yet, year after year, they become calmer, more focused, more successful, and emotionally stronger. Psychology explains why. Real change rarely comes from big moments. It comes from small, consistent behaviors that slowly reshape the brain itself. Through repetition, your brain rewires how you think, decide, and respond to stress. Here are 6 surprisingly boring habits that quietly transform your life. 1. Waking up at the same time every day. Your brain loves rhythm. Inside your body is something called the circadian rhythm, an internal clock that regulates sleep, energy, hormones, and even emotional stability. When you wake at different times every day, your brain never fully stabilizes. Focus drops, mood fluctuates, energy becomes unpredictable. But when you wake at roughly the same time daily, something powerful happens. Your brain begins to anticipate the day. Hormones release at the right moments, mental clarity improves naturally. Research from Harvard Medical School shows consistent sleep patterns are strongly linked to better cognitive performance and emotional regulation. It may feel repetitive, even boring, but that consistency quietly organizes your entire life before your day even begins. 2. Doing one important task first. Most people start their day reactively. They check messages, scroll notifications, respond to small requests. By the time they reach important work, their mental energy is already drained. Psychologist Roy Baumeister's research on willpower shows that decision-making consumes limited mental resources. Every small choice reduces your capacity for discipline later. But completing one meaningful task early creates momentum. You send the signal to your brain. Important things come first. Stress decreases because unfinished work stops lingering in the background of your mind. And confidence grows, not from motivation, but from evidence that you follow through. And confidence grows, not from motivation, but from evidence that you follow through. 3. Repeating small actions daily. Transformation rarely looks dramatic. Reading 10 pages, walking 15 minutes, practicing a skill for a short period each day. Individually, these actions seem insignificant, but habit research, popularized by Charles Duhigg, explains the habit loop: cue, routine, reward. Each repetition strengthens neural pathways through neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to physically rewire itself. At first, effort feels heavy. Later, behavior becomes automatic. What once required discipline becomes identity. You don't force yourself anymore. You simply become the kind of person who does it. 4. Tracking your progress. There's a psychological phenomenon called the Hawthorne effect. People change their behavior when they know it's being measured. Tracking something simple, workouts, study time, savings, or daily habits increases awareness. And awareness changes behavior. When progress becomes visible, motivation stops depending on feelings. You see proof of movement forward, even on difficult days. Measurement creates clarity. Clarity creates control. And control produces results. 5. Practicing delayed gratification. In the famous Stanford marshmallow experiment led by psychologist Walter Mischel, children faced a simple choice: take one reward now or wait and receive 2 later. Years later, researchers discovered something remarkable. Those who learned to delay gratification often showed stronger emotional regulation, better academic outcomes, and greater long-term success. Delayed gratification strengthens the brain's executive control system, the part responsible for patience, planning, and long-term thinking. Every time you choose long-term growth over short-term comfort, you strengthen that system. You're not just making a decision, you're training your future self. 6. Limiting daily choices. Modern life overwhelms us with decisions. What to wear, what to eat, what to watch, what to respond to first. Each decision consumes mental energy. Psychologists call this decision fatigue. By simplifying small daily choices, repeating meals, preparing routines, reducing unnecessary options, you protect your mental resources. Many highly productive people intentionally make their lives simpler, not more complex, because fewer trivial decisions mean more energy for meaningful ones. Why these habits work. None of these habits look impressive online. They won't go viral. They don't feel exciting in the moment. But psychology shows they reshape your brain through repetition, structure, and self-control. Big change isn't built through intensity. It's built through consistency. The people who seem naturally disciplined didn't suddenly become different. They simply repeated small behaviors long enough for those behaviors to shape who they are. A different way to think about growth. Maybe improvement isn't about becoming extraordinary overnight. Maybe it's about making ordinary days slightly better, again and again, until the results become impossible to ignore. So instead of asking, "What will change my life today?" ask a quieter question. What small action can I repeat tomorrow? Because understanding how your mind works is the first step towards changing how your life feels. And sometimes the most powerful habits are the ones that look the most boring.